All right, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Yes, it's your good friend Pozzible here, and if you're watching me today and you know it's Wednesday, October 30th, then it is time for the next batch. What movies are coming out into the theater near you to tantalize you away from your time and money and everything? Let's find out. We start off with Ender's Game. Well, this is not a game, even though it's called Ender's Game, but that's not the point. The point is this. We got Ender Wiggin, who is basically one of the many genetically engineered people meant to save us from the aliens who keep invading us. He's going to be one of the leaders, and apparently he's one of the best players we've ever had. He's won every game he's ever played. That's how you train kids. He's trained for military combat because, let's face it, there's a war among us. He can see things we cannot. He can understand things we cannot for some genetically alteration reason. We're still not sure what that is yet because it's one of those mysteries of the movies. That said, this is based off of an award-winning book, which I just bought. I actually have it in my hand right now. And I'm going to read it because I meant to read it before they made the movie. And wouldn't you know it, they made the movie behind my back. Hollywood, how dare you. The movie gets a see it, obviously. I mean, you got one of the best movies. It has a great cast with Ben Kingsley, Viola Davis, and of course, Harrison Ford, who's looking as gruff and as badass as ever. So I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. I'm definitely going to see it when it comes out. I can't wait. Next up, Las Vegas. It's a legendary final outing for Michael Douglas, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Kline. As they go out, act silly, and why not? They're in Vegas, baby. And when you're in Vegas, it apparently gets made into a movie. So, as opposed to the stays in Vegas. I think that's been out of style back in a few years ago. That said, this movie kind of leaves me high and dry. I'm going to give it a decide with a lean towards a pass. I get it. 4 buddies going to Vegas, having a party. Been there, done that. And here's the one thing I'm going to say, which is going to be hugely controversial for time and time to come. One of them is going to die. That's right. That's why they're making this movie, because someone in this group is not leaving this Las Vegas. I can guarantee you that. So there's just something about it rubs me. It's the fact that, there's going to be an extremely sad part. There's going to be the old grievances section. And there's going to be these guys looking at young women and having these seduction scenes. It's uncomfortable now. So I give this movie, I'm just going to go for it. I give it a pass. All right, next up, Freebirds. It's time to make the great holiday awkward. Basically, it's a movie that's kind of hard to define. I mean, I don't know what it was. I researched this movie, and I tried to get my bearings on it. And I have to admit, it didn't win me over. I mean, you have what you would have the standard story. You have these turkeys who are part of the Free Turkey Brigade, who it's their job to go back in time. Yes, they're going to go back in time using human technology, I might add, not using turkey technology, so it seems kind of hypocritical there. That was a bad joke. Sorry. Anyway, they go back in time. They want to stop putting turkeys on the menu for Thanksgiving dinner, And noble cause. Ultimately, I don't know how this is going to end, but I just can't see this ending well. There's something kind of sick about this idea that they're going to go back and stop turkeys from being on the menu, and I don't know, just something off about this whole thing. Ultimately, also, let's face it, I saw the trailers. They didn't win me over. I tried 2 or 3, and I was hoping to find something funny, something laughable. It's the usual stuff. It's nothing new. I mean, let's face it, even the poster shows that. You got your wimpy guy, you got the big buff guy, you got the cute little girl chick, literally this time. And I don't know, like I said, like with Las Vegas, there's something about Freebirds, it just, rubs me the wrong way. It gives me a bad impression. Ultimately, I am going to just give this one a decide. Let's face it, it's perfect for the kiddies, I'm sure. Watching turkeys go back in time to prevent the slaughter of their own kind throughout the ages, because we invented Thanksgiving. Yeah. As a historical side note, though, they're going back to the wrong darn place. They're going back to the first Thanksgiving, quote unquote, if you want to take that as your history, with the pilgrims and everything. And back in those days, they didn't have turkey, from what I understood. They didn't have a lot of food. I mean, they were thankful for what food they had. That was the purpose of the Thanksgiving. They were thankful for what they got. That said, from what I understand, turkey was not on the menu back then. It was lamb, it was other stuff, but it wasn't turkey. You know, turkey didn't come out until around the time. I don't have a history book in front of me, so if I get this wrong, please don't be too upset. But I believe it was Abraham Lincoln who signed it into law, and even then it was a few years later that turkeys became the norm for Thanksgiving. Okay, like I said, don't have my history books in front of me, so I'm just talking out the fly. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But yeah, there's something about this movie, I don't know, it just irks me for some reason. I guess it's the idea that I can't see this ending well. I can see humor, I can see the characters, which didn't buy me. But I gotta admit, there's something about this, I can't see this movie ending very well. So, and there seems something very dry about it, something that just didn't get me there. Well, guys, whatever you see, I hope you enjoy yourselves, and whatever you decide, I'm sure it's going to be great. Make it epic. We'll see you next time.